Welcome. In this video, we are going to learn about dry heat sterilization, one of the type of physical methods of sterilization. Before learning about dry heat sterilization, we should learn what is meant by sterilization. Sterilization is the process of making a substance or material free from all forms of microorganisms such as bacteria, fungi, virus, protozoan, etc., which occurs both in vegetative and sporing status. It is also the process of destroying all microorganisms on the surface of an article or in a fluid to prevent disease transmission. Some of the terms in sterilization, first one is disinfection. Disinfection is the process of destroying or removing all pathogenic organisms capable of causing infection. It destroys only the vegetative forms of microorganisms. It does not affect the spores. Next term is antisepsis. It is the process of inhibiting the growth of bacteria in wounds or tissues. It is used to prevent infection. And the next one is the antiseptics. Antiseptics is the chemical agent which is applied on skin or mucus to prevent infection by inhibiting the growth of bacteria. So, bactericidal agents are germicides. These are the chemicals which has the ability to kill bacteria. Bacteriostatic agents. These are the chemicals which has the ability to prevent or inhibit the growth or multiplication of bacteria. In this process, the bacteria will remain alive. Next one is cleaning. Cleaning is important step which should be done before sterilization or disinfection. It is done by removing soil or any other dirt present in the material sterilized. Next one is the decontamination. It is the process of rendering an article or area free of contaminants including microbial, chemical, radioactive and other hazards. Methods of sterilization. There are two methods of sterilization, physical and chemical methods. Let me know about the types which comes under physical methods of sterilization. Sunlight, drying, heat. In heat sterilization, there are two methods are there, dry heat and moist heat sterilization. Flaming, incineration, hot air, these are the methods which comes under dry heat sterilization. Pasteurization, boiling, steam under pressure, these are the methods which comes under moist heat sterilization. Next method is filtration. Cantils, asbestos filters, membranes are the aids which used in filtration. Radiation, there are two types of radiation, ionizing radiation and non-ionizing radiations are used in sterilization. Ultrasonic and sonic vibrations. Physical methods of sterilization. So, first method in physical methods is sunlight. Sunlight has the sterilizing activity because of the presence of UV rays. When the microbes are exposed to sunlight, the UV rays in the sunlight will damage the DNA of the organisms and causes death. UV rays are lethal to living organisms. The effect of UV rays vary depends upon places. For example, in tropical country, the germicidal effect is better than 4 season countries. The bacteria which is present in water are readily destroyed by sunlight. Next method is drying. Moisture is very essential for all living microorganisms. By drying or removing the moisture, the water activity is reduced and causes deleterious effect on many microorganisms. It does not affect the spore forms. Spores are highly resistant to drying. Therefore, it is not an effective method of sterilization. Heat sterilization. It is one of the most reliable method of sterilization and should be the method of choice. There are two types of heat sterilization. One is dry heat and another one is the moist heat. So before learning about the dry heat sterilization, we should learn about the factors which affects the sterilization by heat. One of the factor is nature of heat. That is the form of heat either in dry form or in moist form, or the forms of heat which are applied to sterilize the objects. Both the forms, either dry heat or moist heat, have its own advantages and disadvantages. Next factor is temperature and time. Both these parameters are interrelated. So if temperature increases, less time is enough to sterilize. If temperature decreases, more time is required to achieve sterilization. Next one is number of organisms present in the article or the substance. To remove more organisms in an object, it requires more temperature and time than to remove less number of organisms present in that object. Next one is the characteristics of organisms like species, strain and the sporing capacity. Spore formers are more resistant to heat, whereas capsulated and non-spore formers are sensitive. Some archaebacterial species are even more resistant to heat. Next one is the type of materials like glass, plate or metals from which the organisms have to be eliminated or killed. Killing effect is due to the mechanism such as denaturation of protein, oxidative damage and toxic effect of elevated level of electrolytes. Thermal death time, TDT. It is the minimum time required to kill the organisms which present in the object at a predetermined temperature in a specified environment. Thermal death time is inversely proportional to temperature. TDT is increased in presence of organic substances, proteins, nucleic acids, starch, gelatin, sugars, fats, oil. Dry heat sterilization. One of the method is flaming. Heating on flame till they become red hot is called flaming. Leaving the object or material in the flame of Bunsen burner or alcohol burner till it glows red ensures that any infectious agent is inactivated. To achieve better effect, a variation on flaming is done. That is, the object is dipped in 70% or more concentration solution of ethanol than the object in the flame. Next method is incineration. It is the process of combustion or burning into ashes of organic substances. This process is mainly done in hospitals to dispose medical waste. The equipment used to perform this process is called incinerator. The items which are incinerated are contaminated cloth, animal carcasses and pathological material. PVC, polythene can be also dealt. Polystyrene will emit black smoke. Hence, should be autoclaved in appropriate container. Hot air oven. Hot air ovens are electrical devices used in sterilization. These are most widely used method in dry heat sterilization. It uses dry heat to sterilize materials. The mode of action of dry heat is coagulation of the proteins. The items which are sterilized using hot air oven is glassware, forceps, scissors, scalpels, all glass syringes, swabs, liquid paraffin, dusting powder, fats, grease. The materials should be properly arranged to allow free circulation of air. This method is originally developed by Pasteur. Sterilization is achieved by conduction of heat. The heat is absorbed by the outside surface of the item, then it passes towards the center of the item by layer, passing through layers. Due to this, the entire item will eventually reach the required temperature. They use a thermostat to control the temperature. Their double-walled insulation keeps the heat in and conserves energy. The inner layer being a poor conductor and outer layer being. There is an air-filled space in between to aid insulation. Inside the oven, adjustable plated trays or aluminum trays with on-off rocker switch is fitted along with indicators and control systems for temperature and holding time. For air circulation, a fan is fitted inside the oven in order to achieve uniform distribution of heat. Indicator systems are also used to test the efficacy of the device during use. Temperature sensitive tapes or otherwise bacterial endospore coated strips are used as biological controls. The capacities of these ovens vary, depends upon the use. Power supply needs vary from country to country depending on the voltage and frequency used. The precautions which we need to follow while doing hot air oven procedure. The glasswares which are subjected to sterilize using hot air oven should be dry. Oven should not be overloaded. Articles should be arranged in a manner to allow free circulation of air. Door of the oven should not be opened until the temperature reduces to at least 250 degrees. The standard settings of an hot air oven are 1.5 to 2 hours at 160 degrees Celsius or 6 to 12 minutes at 190 degrees Celsius. Advantages and disadvantages. They do not require water and there is not much pressure build-up within the oven, unlike an autoclave, making them safer to work with. Suitable to be used in a laboratory environment, they are much smaller than autoclaves but can still be as effective. As they use dry heat instead of moist heat, some organisms like prions may not be killed by them every day. Thank you.